In today's class, let's learn decision tree analysis. Last class we have seen what is decision theory, decision making under certainty, uncertainty and risk. Now, let's see how decision can be made with the help of decision tree. Decision tree is used to represent alternative courses of actions, states of nature and the outcomes of alternatives diagrammatically. This is a pictorial representation of actions, states and outcomes. This consists of nodes and branches. Two types of nodes are there, decision node and chance node. Decision node makes a decision and chance node gives a occurrence. Courses of action originate from the decision nodes as the main branches. From the decision nodes, courses of actions are being generated. At the terminal of each main branch, there is a chance of node occurrence. New occurrence can generate. The respective payoffs and the probabilities associated with alternative courses and the chance events are shown along the sub-branches. Along the sub-branches, probabilities associated with the courses and payoffs can be represented. At the terminal of the sub-branches are shown the expected values of outcomes. At the end of the sub-branches, it shows the expected value of outcome. A decision tree is highly useful to a decision maker in multi-stage situations which involve a series of decisions, each dependent on the preceding one. Always a decision depends on the preceding ones. So decision tree is highly useful for a decision maker. Working backward from future to the present, we are able to eliminate unprofitable branches and determine optimum decisions. When we work backward, we can eliminate unprofitable branches and determine optimum decisions. Advantages of a decision tree is that complex managerial problems and decisions of a chain like nature can be systematically and explicitly defined and evaluated. Decisions can be explicitly defined and evaluated. This is an example of a decision tree. Here A1, A2, A3 are the actions, E1, E2 are the events and O11, O12 are the outcomes. This is a sample. Now let's see a question and we'll see how the decision tree is drawn. There is 40% chance that a patient admitted to the hospital is suffering from cancer. That is 40% chance is there. That means 60% no chance. A doctor has to decide whether a serious operation should be performed or not. If the patient is suffering from cancer and the serious operation is performed, the chance that he will recover is 70%, otherwise it is 35%. On the other hand, if the patient is not suffering from cancer and the serious operation is performed, the chance that he will recover is 20%, otherwise it is 100%. Assume that recovering and death are the only possible results. Construct an appropriate decision tree. What decision should be the doctor take? This is our question. Now let's draw the decision tree. First you draw the starting node. Two decisions are there. That is, the patient can have cancer or no cancer. In the question it is given, there is 40% chance that a patient admitted to the hospital is suffering from cancer. So you can write here 0.4 and here if suffering is 0.4 means not suffering is 0.6. So you got this much. Now we have started 0.4 chances for cancer and then for no cancer 0.6. So again decision you have to make. So we draw the rectangle, and then one is doctor can prescribe operation, no operation if cancer is there. For no cancer also operation and no operation. That is starting cancer chance, no cancer chance. Cancer chance is 0.4, no cancer is 0.6. If cancer chance is there, operation prescribed, no operation prescribed. Again for the same no cancer, operation prescribed, no operation prescribed. After the prescription of the doctor, either for operation or no operation, next is the chances. He can recover or he can die. That are the chances. So for all the prescriptions, both the chances will come. That is for if cancer is there and operation is preferred, recover chances there. In question it is given 0.7, and for no operation recover chances 0.35, that is given. So the rest will give for die. Recover is 0.7, die is 0.3, recover is 0.35, die is 0.65. Same way, if the operation is prescribed, recovering chance is 0.2, so the rest is 0.8 is die chance, and no operation, recover is 1 and die is 0. So from the values and from the percentages, now you can finalize it. You can find the EMV values. You can find the EMV values. For all the nodes, you have to find the branches, you have to find the EMV values. So for the first case, cancer chance, operation and recovery. For that, EMV value we have to find by multiplying 0.7 and 0.4. That is 0.4 into 0.7, that is 0.28. Next is 0.3 into 0.4, that is 0.12. Next is 0.4 into 0.35, that is 0.14. Next again 0.4 into 0.65, 0.26. Then for the no cancer chance, 0.6 is the percentage. So 0.6 into 0.2, that is 0.12. 0.6 into 0.8, 0.48. 0.6 into 1, 0.6. 0.6 into 0, you will get 0. So these are the EMV values. Now we have drawn the decision tree. Our next question is, what decision should be the doctor take? For that, P1 is equal to probability that the patient shall recover after operation. So that is 0.28 plus 0.12. This we got from the decision tree, EMV values. The answer is 0.4, and P2 is probability that the patient will recover without any operation. So no operation, recovery you have to consider. No operation, two chances are there, cancer and no cancer. So both the values 0.14 plus 0.60, and you will get 0.74. Since P2 is greater than P1, doctor should not take a decision for operation to the patient, because P2 value is 0.74 and P2 is probability that the patient will recover without any operation. So that chance is greater than the other one. So the doctor will decide not to go for operation. This class we have learned how to draw the decision tree. What are the nodes, how to make the decision, and how to go for the chances, and how to calculate the EMV values. Hope the topic is clear. Thank you.